the team got ready to work at the spot. We'll have a well by noon, they thought. The drill began to groan and moan as it tore through layers of rock and stone. So his people in the team, they got ready to work, and by afternoon, by noon, they thought we'll have a well by noon. They thought that the well would be ready by noon, that they will be able to see the water by noon. So the sound of the drilling machine began to groan and moan, making a loud sound as it tore through the layers of rock and stone. You see, under the earth there are big rocks and stone. So this drilling machine went down deep inside the earth, and the sound was very loud. The villagers heard the deafening sound. Deafening sound means very loud sound. And a horde of them headed to the mound. Horde of them means all the people came. Even men, women and children, they left all their work, leaving the farming and cooking behind. How could they work with this on their mind? So all of them were thinking of the well, the water they were going to get in the village. And so they left all their work. The women left cooking and came there to see what was happening. Even the people, the men also left the farming and came there. In the picture you can see men, women and children standing around looking after what they are doing. Women and children, young men and old, hoping and praying that they would behold a wondrous sight, the birth of a well, taking their village to heaven from hell. A wondrous sight means a very beautiful sight. They were all thinking of the well, what would happen. So even young men, old men and children, all of them were praying that they would see the water soon, which will be a very wonderful or beautiful sight, the birth of a well, how the well was going to be born, taking their village to heaven from hell. Now it was like hell in a village because they had no water. They had to walk miles and miles to get water. So if there came a well in their village, then the place would be like heaven. A cloud of dust hovered over the hillock as the crew fought with the adamant rock. By noon, the team had reached its goal of piercing the ground with a deep hole. A cloud of dust hovered over the hillock. Hovered means floated or stayed or spread over. The hillock is a small hill. So as they were drilling, the mud or the sand came around them. It spread over the hills as the crew fought with the adamant rock. Adamant rock means here what? Tough, solid rock through which drilling was proving to be difficult. The rock is very hard. So the drilling machine had to go underneath, deep underneath. Then only the water will come out. So that is what is said here. By noon the team had reached its goal of piercing the ground with a deep hole. So by afternoon the drilling machine had went deep down into the earth, but they did not find any water there. At midday the hot sun scorched and blazed. Puzzled, the engineer stood there and gazed at the team, at the hole, at the dusty cloud. He scratched his head. He wondered aloud. So, even though the drilling continued and stopped by afternoon, no sign of water came. So, what happened? Even in the hot sun, scorched and blazed, the shining hot sun, it was very hot, the engineer was confused why he was not able to see any water. And he was looking at the team, at the people, at the hole, and even at the dusty cloud. He scratched his head. He wondered aloud. So he was thinking why they are not able to find the water. We should have struck some water by now. Perhaps it lies a few meters below. Let us make the hole deeper. Let us drill some more. Again there sounded that thunderous roar. So he was scratching his head and saying, I think we should drill a few meters below again. Then perhaps we might get water. So what did they do? He told his people, let us drill some more. And again they heard the sound of the drilling machine, the deafening sound of the drilling machine. So section 1 is over, children. Read very well. There are many big new words for you all. Study the words given there, the new words given in section 1, and read it well. So till then, we'll continue the next class. Bye.